Welcome back, everyone, to GEXCon's $1,000 Rocket League 3v3 tournament. Joining me on the desk is the wonderful interview we had earlier, Jasmine, Striker, Jazz. How are you doing today?
All of the above. I am doing great. How are you today?
Pretty good. Just been enjoying some great Rocket League that we've had so far. Some pretty competitive matches, but now we are down into the lower bracket, and this is do or die for all these teams.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the last chance they'll all have to stay in this $1,000 tournament. I mean, it's do or die. Like
it's going to be tough because these are only best of threes until we get to the semifinals. So we have two lower quarterfinal matches that we have to get through that are both best of three, and then the two teams that win those will face off in a best of 5 series. So lots of Rocket League for them to play to get into the money for this $1,000 prize pool, but both of these teams are ready and waiting for us to start things off, as it will be Omega Lol versus Noud Cline, who Noud Cline, basically the opposite of Cloud9, made it all the way here from losing their first round, played 4 matches in the lower bracket to get to this point. At one point, they 18-0'd a team, so they are looking to take this victory in hand and move all the way on to those lower finals because they are hungry for a victory. Quite get the finish there. Virus, Carbon, and Jakester on the side of Noud Cline as Jakester gets the first goal, start things off strong.
Yeah, Jakester just perfectly in position to receive Virus's pass. A little bit of a misplay there by Blue, unfortunately, all clumped up on that near post.
To get something going in their favor, but Jakester's just going to rip that away from him, hitting it off the back wall, trying to set up his teammates. No one's home. Ooh. Gets the demo as well, and Virus secures it.
The physical play out there, oh my gosh, demoing 2 of the players, it really forces them to have an open net, and Virus just closing that deal. Up a little too close there, and I do think that Jakester saw that, so. Oh. Ooh, what a nice save there.
For each other, was not in the right position to take advantage of any of these opportunities that Noud Cline has given them.
Oh, and a great passing play. Oh my goodness. Carbon to Jakester to the back of the net. Can't get much more action than that.
We've seen so many people setting up Jakester as well. We saw Virus set him up for the first goal, then Jakester set up Virus for that one, the second one, and then Carbon set up Jakester for this one. Kind of showing that Jakester and Virus are the main ones that are on offense for this side, but also that Carbon can play the offensive role if he needs to. For Omega Lol to come back in that amount of time, 3 goals in like 5 seconds is impossible in Rocket League, unless you like somehow got constant kickoff goals without it ever hitting the ground or something like that.
And then like still being able to score with a 0-second goal.
Yeah, but that will be Noud Cline taking the confident victory in the first game of this best of 3, 3-0. And that might be the way the series goes. Not 3-0, but 2-0 for this one if things continue this way.
Yeah, I mean, it was a stalemate for solid 2 minutes, and, you know, they just popped off. They realized what they were doing wrong and what they needed to fix, and, you know, they fixed it.
Now we got to look towards Omega Lol to see if they can change things up, come back, keep their dream alive towards that prize pool and getting to the losers finals. But that's a good way to start things off.
Absolutely. And oh, this might be a never mind.
There was a chance.
There was a chance.
There's the chance.
There it is. I was a little
Called it a little early.
I was a little premature, but it's okay. That was a really good play there by Jakester and Virus.
Victory here, so they can prove that taking their foot off the gas pedal was worth it.
Absolutely. But, I mean, it's 1-1 with a minute.
Oh! Was 1-1.
It was 1-1 when I said it. I rescind my statement. But this is a good passing play. Blood Viper is able to read off of the backboard. Doing their best to keep themselves relevant in this game. I mean, only a minute remaining. And well, I guess I should just stop talking, guys, because every time I say something, they just prove me wrong.
See, they're always just waiting for you to talk so that you can experience more of the caster's curse that we always experience. Like, it happens so many times online, but now, like, we haven't had much caster's curse in this land, so we're going to wait till Jasmine is casting. Noud Cline able to answer back in kind after Omega Lull brought them down, but now it's happening to me.
I'm passing it off to you, sir.
Getting the goal there.
This is all, I got
Just
you.
non-stop action left and right between these two teams. A great drop down from Caesar Salad. A position, Carbon. Wait for that one to go off the wall. Good touch towards the backboard, and there's the finish from Virus. Wasn't going to let it happen again as they secure the tie game again.
4 shots and 4 goals in, what was that, a minute 30. You guys, this is GEXCon.
KO drops it down, passes it off to Caesar Salad, or Blood Viper. Caesar Salad sweeps in to try and keep it up, but it's going to hit the ground, and we will get the first and potentially final overtime of this series.
This 1 point is the barrier for one team to stay in this whole tournament. I mean, there's a lot on the line right now.
Could be Virus or Jakester securing it. Oh no, Jakester gets the touch off the wall, off the crossbar, and flies out of nowhere. Carbon with the perfect setup, orchestrated by Virus, and Jakester with such an early pre-jump all the way past midfield.
That doink touch, the doink pass was clean.
That was a beauty from Noud Cline, but great work from Omega Lull to force that overtime. I know a lot of people in the crowd were probably counting them out, especially based off that 3-0 finish in the first game, but they completely flipped the script. They're like, okay, we're going to force that overtime.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it competitive. They score on us, we're going to score right back. Make sure the casters have the curse happen multiple times, but
they're always out to get us. They're always out to get us. It's a never-ending battle for us, isn't it?
Yeah, but
always.
Now the 5th victory by Noud Cline in the lower bracket, making their way slowly towards the top 3, trying to get in the money for the $1,000 prize pool. We'll see later on if they can do that, but our next matchup will be the next lower quarters, which will be a pretty good one as well.
Absolutely. I mean, all of the games today are going to be
great.
They're going to be good. There's going to be a good amount of competition, and
some great Rocket League to be had.
Absolutely.
So don't go anywhere. We obviously don't have an interview because Jasmine is on the desk this time.
I'm on this side of the desk this time.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back as Greek will be joining the desk to cast with Jasmine.
Welcome back, everyone, to GEXCon. I am Meet and Greek. With me is Squid, and we have a fantastic lower bracket semifinal match to show you all. I'm pretty hyped for it.
Yeah, we got Noud Cline and Hierarchy, and oh boy. Well, there's a lot to say about these two teams. Hierarchy, of course, you've probably seen them a couple times or more on the stream. They've been one of the teams to beat, and it's been it's a nice story because I actually talked to Sharif earlier on. He said that they're actually some friends of his that he gained while playing in LAN environments. But Noud Cline with Virus, Jakester, and Carbon, I mean they're a formidable team as well. I've seen them on the ranked ladder. They've been doing pretty well, and now they're going to have to go head-to-head in a best-of-5. It looks like they're about ready to go. I mean, no holds barred.
Yeah, let's go to the player view right now. And again, folks, this is the lower bracket, so whatever happens, the loser of this series will be going home.
Again, this is a best-of-5. And honestly, just looking at the teams right now, they seem so evenly matched. We could go to a game 5, but that's going to be an easy, nice goal for Virus. I'm not sure if that will mean much, and oh, that was close. Sharif almost equalized immediately after Jakester was there for the save towards the orange offensive zone, but Sharif not able to make contact there. Will get sent to the other end. This is the final push. 0 seconds on the clock. Carbon off the backboard. That's going to be a great opportunity.
Oh, can't score that one. Now Cline take game 1 of this best-of-5 by a scoreline of 1-0. It's a very close matchup.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at the shot count just now, it's favoring Noud Cline, but not by much. Hierarchy, I do feel like they could have had a couple more minutes even in the offensive end. So
yeah,
like one or two. I mean, 2 would be a little bit aggressive, obviously, but I think they could afford to have more offense. Is just what I'm trying to throw out there. But they did have some pretty impactful offense once in a while. I just don't feel like they had enough time to work with. And Noud Cline, they every time they were on offense, it seems like they were threatening no matter where they were on the field. Not necessarily a huge threat to the defense, but it felt like they could pull a shot out of anywhere and could really catch them by surprise.
Well, I think that Hierarchy Gaming, they have to apply more pressure. I didn't see a lot of offense from them, but what I did see, I really liked it a lot. So if we can see more of that coming from them, I think this could be a much, much more competitive series. But hey, it was a scoreline of 1-0. That's as close as you can get, folks. So again, anything can happen. This is a best of 5, so there's still plenty of Rocket League left in this series.
All right, well, with that being said, I think I'm about ready to move on to game 2. And honestly, I feel like Hierarchy have a good shot at this one. I don't feel like Fearless and then, oh boy, Discreet. I was about to say Descent. I got all these words flowing through my head, but Fearless and Discreet and Sharif. I feel like they weren't playing to their absolute full potential, not as well as we've seen them play before. So I feel like if they can just change it up just that little bit, they'll get the upper hand in this one. But we'll have to see. 5 minutes separates one of these two teams from a win or potentially overtime. We'll just have to see how that one goes, but overtime is not on the board right now. Sharif, now rocking the dominance, opens it up with only 5 seconds off the clock.
Interesting play as Sharif's going to put a shot towards that. Can he get the double tap? He does.
Game right now, but I feel like that play a little bit glossed over in the context of the game, but now opportunity. Fearless has to make the save, but Virus is going to be an easy follow-up. No issues there. Now Cline gets on the board.
They got to get past this Hierarchy defense.
We shall have to see if they're able to do just that. 40 seconds remain. They do get a favorable face-off. Oh my goodness, almost a fantastic angle.
Whoa,
Virus slams it into the left side of the net off the pass from Jakester, and a blitzkrieg offense ties the game.
Oh my goodness, and this is what they were waiting for to turn it up. Sharif couldn't get the touch. Fearless couldn't get in front of that, and Virus finds the open net. It is a tied game.
Now Cline trying to make a final push right here. Easy possession for Jakester off the wall. Fearless not able to touch it. Discreet will bail him out. This one still remains in the air. Virus finds Carbon. No contact made. It's still a huge aerial opportunity for either side. Discreet's going to push it down to the other end, and they'll let it drop in overtime.
Oh, man, I'm so excited, folks. The first overtime of this series. And this is as close as you can get.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think we're going to see a closer series today. We definitely didn't see one yesterday. But now, oh my goodness, wow. Sharif has to make the save, and he's able to do just that, earning himself a medal with that. Honestly, the Medal of Honor right now for Hierarchy Gaming. Excellent Goomba Stomp there, taking Jakester out of the play. A little bit of an unorthodox defense, but it works out in the end. And now we're on the blue half of the field. We'll have to see if Hierarchy can start up an offense right here, which they seemingly lacked in the last half there. That's one far off the backboard.
This could spell trouble.
Ooh, this is dangerous.
Last one back. It's going to drop down in front of the net. Sharif can't stop it. Jakester scores.
That 50-50 right before the ball came down to the end is really what did them in. Virus winning that out so huge. Coming off the backboard, it's a very difficult read to make. And if I'm not mistaken, Sharif was a little bit low on boost at the time. So it's a heartbreaker. I really want to see Hierarchy take a game here.
I really do too. I want to see this go to 5 games. This is such an incredible series so far. It's so close. It is so close.
So close, but no cigar, unfortunately, for Hierarchy in this one. But
indeed,
the defenses both matched for saves, and the shot count fairly similar. I think Noud Cline outshooting them by 5 shots, so pretty similar on the stats board. Hierarchy, I feel like again, I just feel like most of the high-flying plays were coming from the Noud Cline side.
It's unfortunate though. It is a little bit unbalanced, I would say. We're seeing a lot of plays coming from Noud Cline. They're playing confidently. That is really showing in this series. We'll have to see if Hierarchy can pull it back, but they've shown us that they can do it. They score the goals. They have taken leads. They just got to hold those leads now going into the latter part of this series. They have to do a reverse sweep, folks. They have to win 3 in a row to keep their tournament chances alive.
Honestly, if we're talking about it, I think that Hierarchy have it in them to take this one. They, like you just said, they just need to take the lead and then keep it. And I think that's something that is kind of the adaptation part of this game, where you just need to learn to not give them any quarter after a certain point in the game. And I believe Noud Cline really dominated this. Like, keep this offense alive as a whole. It's going to be Sharif with possession in the corner. Plenty of boost to work with over top of Carbon, and they open it up.
Wow.
A minute and a half in. Still seeing a lot, but I do notice Hierarchy's kind of making that trend towards the other way. But now, oh my goodness, is that an open net? No boost in the tank for the defender, and Virus gets a freebie.
But Fearless is going to have a shot attempt here.
Oh, gets it over top of 2. Only 1 man left in the net. Discreet for the shot. Crossbar down and in, and he takes the lead for Hierarchy. Discreet not choosing to commit to that one. Carbon takes out the last man that can save him. Carbon off the back wall. No!
Oh, wow.
Hierarchy walks away unscathed from that last offensive.
And Hierarchy, this is the game they want. This is a big momentum shift in their favor. They can take this one and ride with it. They have to win the next 2 games to move on, or they will be eliminated from our tournament. But that is a great display of offense from them.
Hierarchy managed to hold off just that little bit. And I have to say, Fearless coming out with that play to get the go-ahead goal that was scored. I believe it was as Discreet. Yeah, I'm not mistaken there.
They were working together on that one.
It was such a great pass off of the air drag, able to drop it down and in. It was an amazing play.
No, it really was. And it shows just how well all these 3 of these players are able to work together and get those.
Going for the pre-jump, but there was nobody there. And the ball finds its way back to the orange corner. Virus, excellent shot from the corner, and the pass from Jakester is nothing to scoff at either.
And I was going to compliment Fearless for getting that ball away from the offense and put it in the corner, but Jakester read that so well, able to bounce it right off the corner. You know that ball off the corner can go in any direction, but it went perfectly to Virus, who was able to get that score. It is 1-0. They only allowed 1 goal, but they're starting to run out of time. There's still half the game left.
Oh,
as that ball's going to go.
Look at that. I like to talk about connections, but this is truly the most literal sense of the word. Fearless just bringing it right to Sharif in the air.
That's beautiful pass.
An excellent upper 90 shot as well. Might end up benefiting them. This one towards the net. Nice easy save for Fearless. Puts it where there are no offense. Great touch there. Carbon not going to be able to make contact, and Fearless put it in a great spot. We're in overtime. We're in golden goal territory. Hierarchy facing elimination by just letting in 1 goal. Any mistake could cost them dearly. But they need to get to game 5 just by scoring 1. It's so close in front of them. Just have to see how it plays out.
Indeed.
Right now, that was a bit of an interesting play. Could have gone either way, really.
Yeah, and folks, you cannot. You have to be very careful with flashy plays. They do work sometimes, but when you're in overtime, you can't make any mistakes. As Virus puts a shot towards the net, Hierarchy is going home, and now Cline are going to be advancing on.
Virus able to follow us up himself. Sharif, I don't think he had enough boost in the tank. And unfortunately, not able to challenge it in time as a result. And, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And now Cline moving into the losers finals.
Wow.
I really wanted to see a game 5. I won't say I'm disappointed in Hierarchy. I'm just disappointed in the series.
This was so close. That was unbelievable. That is what I call great Rocket League there.
Was that 2 overtimes?
That was 2 overtimes in 1 series. Like, that's impressive.
Most impressive. And honestly, Hierarchy, I want to give them. Can we make this a best of 7?
Honestly, I wish. Yeah, right?
I would love to see an exhibition match after this, but that is going to be it for it. So Hierarchy falls to Noud Cline, 3 games to 1. Very close. And we do have an interview. I believe it's going to be Sharif, if I'm not mistaken. And that is an interview I would really want to hear.
Yeah, don't miss this one, folks. We're going to cut over to our interview camera in just a moment.
Yeah, it looks like they're still getting him off the stage. Oh, boy. I mean, graceful even in defeat. And it's really great to see. The Rocket League esports team been known for their sportsmanship.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
It is really nice, honestly. See everyone come together.
All right, so one really important question. What is your favorite milkshake flavor?
I don't like milkshakes.
I mean, that is a good answer, I guess.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not sure how a person can not like milkshakes. So I'm going to have to disagree with you there.
Welcome back, everyone. We are just preparing ourselves for the lower finals. Wanted to get as low as possible so we can get ready for this next best of 5 that's going to be happening on the stream. We have 2 great teams that'll be battling it out for that final spot in the grand finals to at least go home with $300. My name is Nick Ambrosic, a.k.a. Vaudable. Joining me on the desk again is Meat and Greek, or George, whatever you like to be called.
I'm fine with either, folks. This is the lower finals. That means the winner of this is going to move up to the grand finals and will face Pluto, Memory, and Raw Greg.
It's going to be a good
What a
one.
fake.
As we are already getting into this first match, the players don't want to wait at all for any time to go by to start this one off. It's
Under the Delta, the shot towards net. Leo is going to have to kick it.
oh.
Can't get it. And that was so close.
Now Jakester had to get that off the Delta. There's a
Uh-oh.
shot opportunity, and
Wow.
it will go true. Cut gets the first strike.
Or are they going to drop game one?
Too much speed and momentum coming out from Nameless for Noud Cline to bring things back under control. Instead, it will be Delta putting the final nail in the coffin to secure the first victory in this best-of-5 series.
And this is a great way to start off if you are Nameless. You're doing a fantastic job. Now Cline, you're giving them a run for their money and you're making them uncomfortable. That's the key to this series here. If you're Nameless, you want to play fast, apply that pressure, and give not a whole lot of opportunities for Noud Cline, but they did give some scary ones that they're very lucky to not go in their net.
Yeah, we saw both Delta and Cut securing goals for the Nameless squad to earn them that victory, but their teammate was not far behind. We saw plenty out of Leo, but he just wasn't as present on the offense. He was more playing the supporting role that time, and it worked out quite well for them to net that victory.
Absolutely. Another fresh 5 minutes on the clock. Game 2, folks, has started.
Unsuccessful in that effort, but
Oh,
Delta
wow.
will get a setup, and
There
Leo
it
with the
is.
finish. In a favorable position for themselves. Instead, it will be Leo with another goal. We
Said he went towards the middle of that play, and
oh no!
wow.
For most of the previous game,
Uh-oh.
but they did
And goodness, someone stopped this man.
to move on with their day and not let Next Genesis wait too long. As Cut gets another goal served up by Leo.
Cut, or else it's going to be very, very challenging for you. As this could be an opportunity for them, and that could start a momentum shift. Let's see what can happen, though, as Leo trying to get a score, he does.
Now 0 seconds on the clock, just waiting for this one to hit the ground, and Nameless will be named the winner of that second game, but still need only one more to make it all the way to those grand finals. Some best of 3, some best of 5s now, so a lot of Rocket League has been played.
3 seconds in, a lot of action coming in. This ball is giving to Virus. He's going to get the first shot.
And we already see a shot whizzing
Wow.
right past the defense. As you were mentioning, so much fire on the side of Nameless. Needs to get a counterattack going, trying to dribble it around. Gets it almost past Leo,
whoa.
but it will be back into the clutches of Nameless. Not for long, though,
Oh,
as
wow.
Virus gets the touch to set up by Jakester. Give that off the Delta, back wall, and almost in. Yep,
Oh,
that's
wow.
it. Leo gets the touch. The defense was left hanging. And that potential for a guaranteed $300. That goal will be true, though.
Wow.
Carbon with a shot right from midfield. Nate, it's all up to Carbon to try and get that away,
Oh,
but he
wow.
sets up the attackers.
Whoa.
Delta with the finish, and we're back to another tie game.
Demolition on Leo by him as well. This could open up some options. Here comes Jakes for the shot towards that. He scores.
What a great way to get that lead back in their favor. Cut tried to get the clear, but Carbon had none of that. Passed it off to Jakester, and a brilliant finish.
Wow.
All they need to do now is hold on to this 1-goal lead, and they will remain alive in this best-of-5 losers final. 10 seconds on the clock for that to be accomplished. He's counting down. Virus going to go for the final nail in the
that's
coffin,
it.
and that will be it. 4 seconds left, almost impossible for Nameless to come back in that amount of time.
Wow. Noud Cline showing up in game 4.
Game 3.
Game 3. Sorry, my apologies.
We will be getting to game 4.
Game 4.
But what a way to do it. Back from the brink of extinction in the tournament. They made the run through the lower bracket, earned themselves a spot in the lower final,
Wow.
and in that prize pool, and they are gunning for that grand finals position.
And they stop the sweep from happening. They just have to win 2 more, and Noud Cline can go back up into that grand final spot, but not if Nameless has anything to say about that. That was an excellent matchup.
That was a great way for them to shift the momentum in their favor, as you've mentioned. And Noud Cline, they are just one step closer to that grand finals
Yeah,
that
they're
they've been
so close.
working so hard for. They dropped down into the losers bracket after their first round against Nameless, and now they are looking to take the reverse sweep and get that spot against the current most formidable opponents, Next Genesis, that are patiently awaiting the victor of this series. 5 minutes back on the clock, and things are already starting in the favor of Nameless. But it will be found right back towards Miss
wow.
Virus. A boomer of a shot into the back net.
And right away, Noud Cline are getting to work. Virus hitting that shot expertly oriented. Leo couldn't get up in time to make that save.
Now it's up to Virus again. Gets the touch towards the
Oh,
net and
wow.
snuck it underneath the crossbar as Cut's going to launch it forward. Follows up with it off the back wall, baits out the defenders, and Delta's there to sweep it in. Ability in one being, but it's not enough to get it past that defense. They did stop it. Carbon has an opportunity. A great interference play run by Jakester there, got the assist, and then his teammate got the finish.
Yeah, you had the defender in net, you had Delta. But with Jakester running that play there, pretty much created an open net.
Cut's got possession, gives it off to Leo. Demo is going to lead to a goal for Carbon. 4-1 lead for Noud Cline.
Noud Cline are looking great, and they could pull off the upset. They have 2 minutes and 13 seconds left, so there's still time for Nameless to say something about that. But Noud Cline are looking on fire right now.
Nameless might just rip the lead away from them. 32 seconds now. Cut almost got the touch.
Oh,
Good
wow.
block by Jakester again. Has been such a good supporting player for everyone. Plenty of shots, plenty of saves as well. 4 saves to his name. Definitely the MVP on defense for that squad.
Shots on goal, but only were able to convert one of those. Oh, as Jakester, the nail in the coffin. I guess you can call it that, but there's 4 seconds left. And they're up.
I mean, there might be another one. We said, oh, there might be a few nails in the coffin. It's probably like a whole board that they put over top of the coffin and put even more nails in it because there's been so many goals scored by Noud Cline. And it's just not stopping anywhere. They want to go quickly into that next game. We are getting our first game 5 for this tournament. It's going to be a good one.
No, it will be. Goodness, can Noud Cline complete the reverse sweep?
Oh, that's the golden question, isn't it?
Oh, man, or will Nameless stop them here and go on to the grand finals? I want to get right into this, Vaughn. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah. We're just waiting for the players to ready up, and then we will get into that 5th and final matchup between these two teams. Noud Cline, which consists of Jakester, Virus, and... Sorry.
Carbon.
and Carbon. And Nameless is Delta, Cut, and Leo, as we are patiently waiting for them to take their respective places on the field and get into this 5th and final game.
5 minutes on the clock. Kickoff has started. It is game 5, folks. It is do or die for both of these teams. Let's see who will be knocked out and who will be going on to the grand finals.
5. Could be the last 5 minutes, bar in overtime between these two teams. And the first shot goes in by Cut. Only 3 minutes and 15 seconds for them to come back. Jakester will make the comeback possible. Ties the game up with a brilliant shot.
Oh my goodness, I thought the fake in this was amazing. Jakester made Leo think he was gonna go right, instead hits it left, ties the game up
on that one.
Here comes Carbon. This ball could be dangerous. Virus puts it over the net, and now this could be an open net opportunity. It's a race, folks. Down to the other end of the net. Can Jakester get that? He save!
What a crazy save by Jakester, able to trip up the attackers who had no boost to work with.
Could have gone in if there wasn't save.
A very close one from Leo, and that one will find itself into the net. Cut gets the touch. Delta with the setup. And a great finish as Virus could not get the clear.
Wow, Virus, you had to be able to touch that one. Unfortunately, it bounces right into the arms of Kudaramaswamy, who knows exactly what to do with that play and just hammer that in the net. 18 seconds left, and now Cline facing elimination. Need to score it here to tie it up.
10 seconds left for them to get the victory. As there is an opportunity here if they can continue with this offensive drive. Does get the demo on the person net. There's someone there. They can't get the touch though. It was on the ground. Nobody was there in position to get the finish, and Nameless will be the victors moving on to face Next Genesis in the grand finals.
I thought the game was going to allow one more bounce. There was that close, folks. It was so close. Oh my goodness. GG's though to Noud Cline. You guys deserve that. Oh my gosh.
A great victory by Nameless, but now Cline, we're just so close. We'll have to see them back here next year to try and make an even greater run than they did, but they will go out in third place, netting themselves $120 to split between the three of them. But there we see Nameless, the victors, moving on to the grand finals, guaranteed at least $300. So we are going to be taking a quick break in a moment, but that was amazing. Thank you for joining me for that series, George.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
And I'm sure we're going to see an even greater grand final.
Yeah, oh, the grand finals are going to be so excited, so hyped, but man, the lower finals themselves, so fantastic. I'm so glad we can provide you all with some great Rocket League action here at GEXCon.
Now we're just going to be taking a quick break while we get everything set up, so don't go anywhere. We're going to get right on with the grand finals against Nameless and Next Genesis in a moment.